Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of Plotting. Very excited. This is the show where we're breaking down what is happening in a movie or some sort of media property based purely on the title. I haven't seen any of these. The audience hasn't seen any of these. Well, maybe they have. I don't know. But I definitely haven't. So I'm trying to figure it out. You're going to give me the title. I'm going to try and figure it out. And then we're going to talk about how much better my idea is than the actual original uh, uh, production that is showing somewhere, probably on a streaming platform of some sort. Please, if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, share with other people. Let them know about this. It does help us out. We appreciate it. But otherwise, let's get into it. Hit me with it. What do you got?
Today we are doing a movie that came out in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It is Love, Guaranteed.
Ooh. Love Guaranteed. Okay. All right, now I'm going to guess on this one, and I'm either going to be dead on or I'm not going to be on at all. But the only reason I'm saying that, yeah, exactly. That's correct. That's the premise of this show. But here is why I think I might be dead on about this one, or completely wrong, because I can't think of anything else except for the second you said that, it flashed back to me from an episode of How I Met Your Mother, where the How I Met Your Mother guy Ted goes to like a matchmaking service or whatever, and it was called something like that, like Love Guaranteed or something like that. So that I literally can't get that out of my head. That's the only thing that's in my head. So I'm gonna guess that this movie, you said it's a movie, right? It's not a show.
It is a movie. It's not a show. It's a movie.
So I'm gonna guess that this movie is about a matchmaking service, business, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that it's I'm gonna say it's run by Love Guaranteed. It has to be run by a woman, because this is gonna be not aimed at guys. So if it's aimed at the women, the female demographic, then probably it's going to be a female lead, right? So I'm going to say it's a female lead. And I'm going to say that she somehow, like, she dates one of the people that here's what it is. She sets somebody up on a date. Like, so there's a woman that comes in and says, I want to find love or whatever. And then she says, okay, like, I'll find you love or whatever, because I got a guarantee and all that stuff or whatever. And we'll set you up on some dates, all that stuff. And then the matchmaker, is going to fall in love with one of the guys who is supposed to be for this woman. That's so it's a love triangle situation. And it's going to be, one of those types of things. It's like that movie with Kate Hudson and where she's like her best friend falls in love with her fiance, and then they sleep together. And then at the end, like,
oh yeah,
Kate Hudson and her, like, they cross each other at the park, like one of those like parks outside of in New York City. They're walking on the thing, and they do the thing. I think John Krasinski is in it, but he because he's in love with the friend, but then she doesn't actually love him back, and he proclaims his love, and then she's like, pass, like, you don't have office money yet, so, like, get out of here. And I think there's something about that. I know I've seen that movie at some point. That's what I think is going to happen here. It's going to be
something
like
borrowed. Something borrowed.
That's the one. Something borrowed. That's what I think this movie is about. Tell me if I am correct. What is it actually? What's this movie actually about?
So you did kind of get the fact that it's not about a matchmaking service necessarily, as it is about a dating website.
Okay.
The person who uses it is actually a dude.
Ooh.
So that
Okay.
was wrong.
Huh.
But there is a female lead, and she's billed before the male, but
Okay.
she's a lawyer.
Okay.
So the actual plot is an earnest, hardworking lawyer, Susan, Rachel Lee Cook.
Oh,
Rachel Lee
I love
Cook
Rachel
is
Lee Cook.
from
Yeah,
She's
she's
All
all
That.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
she's a
Psych.
lawyer.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh
I
yeah,
love Rachel
I
Lee
forgot
Cook.
about that. Yeah. Has
How's
taken
she
one too
looking?
many.
She aged pretty well or what? Because she's got to be
Yeah,
like in her
she
40s now, right?
probably.
I
I
mean,
mean,
because
she
some
looks
people just don't
cute.
age. You know what I mean? Like some people just like they
Yeah.
just never age.
She
She seems like
definitely
somebody who might not be aging.
she looks older because she
Yeah.
doesn't, but she had a very like round face. Like she's aged
Yeah.
well, but
Okay.
she just looks like older. Like I don't think that she looks like she's in her 40s if she is, but she has
Yeah.
to
Good for
be.
her.
I didn't think of that, but I mean, I watched She's All That
I mean, that
when
was a
I
long
was
time
in
ago.
like middle school, and I'm in my 30s, so she's
Yeah.
got to be. Um, has taken one too many pro bono cases. To save her small law firm, Susan begrudgingly takes a high paying, high profile case from Nick, Damon Wayans Jr.
Oh, I
Love
love Damon
him.
Wayans Jr. Damon Wayans Jr. is the best. He's
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh, that's a good
Charming
cast.
client who wants to sue a dating website that guarantees users will find love. But Susan and Nick soon find themselves in the middle of a media storm. And as the case heats up, so do their feelings for each other, which could
Oh,
jeopardize everything.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's actually an interesting twist. That's an interesting twist on
Yeah.
something like that. It's kind of nice. You get the guarantee on there. I love Damon Wayans. I love Rachel Lee Cook. I think they're both. I think Rachel Lee Cook is she's a real girl next door. She's always
Yes.
You always root for her. I honestly don't know that she's not the greatest actress in the world. I honestly don't know that she has the ability to play something that would be unlikable. I just don't think she possesses that quality to make it believable as that she's unlikable. So I'm assuming that she's pretty likable in this. Damon Wayans is awesome. Like he can do a lot of different things. He's great. That's I think that there's a lot of interesting things that the two of them could be doing, but I really like that they kind of went in a different way, because I'm assuming what that means is what you're saying is somehow if they get together, then he's going to lose his case. I'm assuming is something like that is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting twist on what you have to have in a rom-com, right? When a rom-com, because there's always like silly stakes, right? They're always silly, like one of my favorites is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, right? And it's, I'm going to write
Kate
this.
Hudson.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to write this article and it'll come out, whatever. But it's like, whatever, I mean, it's fine. I get it. And that one's actually not that terrible, but it's like, fine. Sweet Home Alabama is another one, but it's like, there's no, like the stakes in that one are not the same type of thing, right? That's more of a real, like, I want to get married to somebody else. And we sort of have this time limit and all those. So it's a little bit different thing. This is a pretty good one when it comes to dating. And like, what does that mean? I'm going to sue these people because, for money or for whatever, I'm going to sue them, but then I'm going to follow up with my lawyer. Yeah, the line is
like, I've been on like 948 something dates and I haven't found love, and they guarantee it on their website. So I'm going to sue them. And then another like little side thing is that Rachel Lee Cook's character's never been on like a dating website. So then her coworkers are like, you can't defend this case unless you go on one,
Okay.
So then there's like that kind of, but it is an interesting kind of thing where if they admit that they came together, then this dating website brought them together, which is a little bit more complicated. But, do you forego winning a case, which she needs the money for her law firm. So they both like equally have stakes in it, which is interesting. Premise as well, because normally it's like one person has stakes and the other one's kind of just fluttering around.
Yeah, in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or whatever. I mean, Matthew McConaughey gets his thing, right? I mean, whatever. Like she ruins the banquet or whatever, but he got to throw the banquet. He ice yourself, all that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and
Like,
he
or
won
frost yourself, I guess, whatever.
frost yourself.
Which is still a great line. I don't know why other people haven't used frost yourself. I think frost yourself is a legitimately tremendous line. Like, I actually think that's a great line. I think people should frost themselves more often, honestly. But I mean, his thing is like, whatever. If he doesn't get the girl, he goes and has sex with anybody else because he's now like a super rich ad guy. Like he's basically he's Don Draper, but in the 1990s. You know what I mean? So that, or 2000, I don't even know when the movie came out. Whenever it came out, doesn't matter. But there's no stakes for it. There's no stakes for that, really, all that stuff. So no, I like this. This is actually kind of interesting. I'm gonna give it here's the other thing.
3.
They have some star power behind this thing, right? Now, Rachel Lee Cook, like, she's not a star, right? She's not a star. It's been I haven't seen her in a number of years.
But most women who are in their 30s or 40s know her by name.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's not, like, she doesn't have power in Hollywood. I'm talking like very specifically, like, she does not have power in Hollywood. But I think Damon Wayans Jr. does. He's got at least some power, specifically because the Wayans brothers still have power.
He's more recognizable because of the shows he's been on.
Sure.
People like him on every show.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is he has some weight behind him, which makes me think, because if this was just like Rachel Lee Cook and some dude that I've never heard of before, it would be very much a Hallmark thing where I would think, okay, the production is going to be kind of cheesy, all that stuff, whatever. This makes me feel like if Damon Wayans was signing on to this makes me feel like they threw some actual money behind it, that the direction is going to be better, that the script is going to be a little bit better. Some of the other players in the movie are going to be a little bit better. So because of all of those things, I think I'm going to give this a thumbs up. I think I'm going to go thumbs up on this. I think people should watch this. I think I might watch this. I like rom-coms quite a bit. This sounds like one that I might actually want to watch. I do, again, I love the main people that they have, but I got to think that some of the supporting characters are going to be decent as well. The writing's going to be pretty good. The sets, the production, the editing, all of that stuff. If you have more clout, you're going to get better. You're going to get better sound and just all of it. I think it's going to be a better package. So I'm going to give it a thumbs up. What's your thoughts on this one?
I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. Okay. Because I mean, I love rom-coms and I love both of them, like you mentioned, come from rom-com genre. Like that's what they're known for in many ways. So even before going in, I already have like the rom-com feelings because they both fit their characters well. Their casting is done to what I would expect. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but Rachel Lee Cook is playing a character that I would expect her to play, kind of an uptight lawyer that needs to loosen up. That was like literally the same person she played and She's All That. It's just now she's older. Damon Wayans Jr., he's just always fun, lovable, kind of a little bit, out there in this way where he would sue someone for not finding love and do some kind of shenanigans like that. Like, so I already going into it, I already feel like I've watched a rom-com before I've even started. So even if I don't like it, I know that I got the feeling that I wanted from watching a rom-com.
Do you think that you would sue a company, or let's say you did sue a company, do you think that you would choose love over winning the lawsuit? If you were in this circumstance, so if you were Damon Wayans, do you think that you would choose love over that?
I think it would depend on how much money.
And what's okay? So how much? So what is your threshold? So what is love worth to you? Like monetarily, U.S. currency. How much U.S. currency would you have to win in order to feel like love is not worth that sum of money?
Maybe like at least $1 million.
$1 million. So you think love is worth $1 million after taxes? Okay, so we're talking like $1.5 million ish.
Yeah,
something like that. 1.6 probably. So you think that if you had $1 million in the bank, that you just don't need love? You're out on
probably
love.
like find another love,
So find somebody else. So you don't believe in only one for one person.
No, I do not.
So you are not a romantic.
That's a pre-existing belief before this.
I'm so say again. So you believe it now, but if somebody gave you $1 million, then you
don't
believe
I'm saying my belief that there is not just one person for everyone is something I've always believed.
Okay. How many people do you think there are for one person? Like, what's the number of people that you think are matches for everybody in the world?
Maybe like 5 to 10.
5? Do you think everybody has 5 to 10? So you think every single person has 5 or 10 other human beings in the world who are quote unquote perfect matches for them?
Sure, that sounds good.
I mean, you're not taking this seriously.
Much higher.
It doesn't seem like you're taking it seriously. I genuinely want to, like, how many people do you think? So if it's not one, right? Because those people have their answer. They're like, there's only one. And if you're not the one, then whatever.
I probably think it's actually higher than that. I mean, people get married all the time, and they say that they found the one. They get divorced all the
time too.
Yeah, so like that brings it down to like 50% of marriages obviously aren't the one. So there's a lot of happy people. I'm trying to think like how many happy people, genuinely have percentage of marriages are actually like happy and feel they found their partner. It's probably higher just with the amount of people that exist. Like you have to find someone who speaks your language. You then or you're able to communicate with them. So that brings the statistically, I don't know.
Literally, you're not saying any other numbers.
I know.
You're just saying
not. I guess
more, but you haven't given a number. Like, how many people do you think are out there for you? Like, that exist in the world? There's like 8 billion people in the world. How many people there are? Like, how many people do you think are for you? Like, would be a match for you?
I still feel like the number is very low and most people don't find that person. Maybe like,
how many people do you think are out there?
Who would be,
you think there's 100 people? You think there's 100 people in the world who are perfect for you? That is a shocking number. It's an absolutely shocking number to me. I think you couldn't be more wrong. That's amazing to me. But I am glad to know that $1 million after taxes that's your threshold for love. So basically what you're telling me is you're not a romantic. You're not a romantic. You can put a dollar amount on love, and there's more than one person in the world. So you're not a romantic. That's fine. That's what we're here for. So you like to watch rom-coms because they're fictional. That's your thing. You're like, these are all fictional.
Yeah, actually, right? Yeah, you're correct.
You're just like, there's no, like, this isn't even based anywhere in reality. There's no elements of reality. This is basically science fiction. This is a fantasy story.
I mean, most rom-coms end like 2 weeks after they like get together.
But I'm saying like
that part of the relationship is not.
I'm saying you watch it like it's Harry Potter. Like you watch rom-coms and you're like, this is basically Harry Potter. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. That's fair. That's fair. So you're 2 thumbs up. I'm 1 thumbs up on this. I can't go 2 thumbs. It's not exciting me that much. But it's highly rated on this show. Is tied for the highest rated show.
Yes. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do for the last episode?
What's that?
That we started doing recently is asking, what do you think it's rated on IMDb?
Yeah. That's a good question. So what is this one rated on IMDb? I'm going to say people kind of like this, but it's not going to be like super. I'm going to say 6.9. I'm going to say it's a 6.9 on IMDb.
It is 5 out of 10.
Ooh, yikes! But not loved.
A lot of the more recent reviews are like, who are these people writing the reviews? It's my favorite one. I got a little excited and I can't find. There it is. schmaltzy and predictable, and exactly what I wanted. Which I think is probably, this is not going to be the best movie I've ever seen. And if you are expecting that from any rom-com, that is on you. And you should not blame the movie, because that's a ridiculous thing to believe.
I agree. 5.5 seems low. I think Damon Wayans Jr. himself should raise it up a little bit higher than that. I could see Rachel Lee Cook being in a 5.5, but whatever. That's me. I don't know. So we're 3 out of 4 thumbs. We're higher than IMDb on the rating. We think people should go see this. That's plotting. That's plotting right there. It's another episode of plotting. We appreciate people watching. Please, share, tell other people about it, all that stuff. If you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, I don't care. Just tell other people. It's fine. You can email us if you have, comments, questions, stuff like that. Or if you have other movies that you think we should be checking out, or, media properties you think we should be checking out. What's the email?
info.plotting@gmail.com.
All right, so you can hit us up there. Otherwise, we appreciate it. We will be back next time with another title that we're trying to figure out. Until then,